Hey, everybody. We have a special guest today. His name is Jabar, and he goes by I am underscore that. You go ahead and say your, like, what's your.
I am underscore that I am seven.
So he is I am that I am seven, basically.
Yeah.
And I will put a link underneath this video to his Instagram for you guys who want to follow him. But he's a spiritual leader, and I found him the other day and contacted him. Oh, no, I didn't even contact him, actually. I think I just posted about him and encouraged people to watch him because I saw a couple of his videos and I just thought he was just awesome. So I wanted to help promote him, and then he did the same for me. I thought, well, there we go.
You're one.
Well, we should talk. Yes, we should. So here we are. We're going to discuss the issues of our times.
Yes. These exciting times we're in right now.
Right. Okay, so I think the first thing how has this all hit you? I mean, first we had the stupid disease.
Yeah.
How were you handling that?
Okay, so I've been on this journey of awakening and spirituality for about 14 years now. Okay, now early in my journey, spirit through synchronicity, which I think is the language of God, told me that this time was coming. So I've been preparing for this time for a long time. I didn't know what the catalyst would be. I didn't know it would be COVID-19, but I knew there would be a shift. There would be an awakening. There would be a lockdown of the world. So when it happened, it was just like surreal because I was like, oh shit, we're here, but I was prepared for it, So
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Did you know the other part would unfold?
What you mean? Which one?
This whole black and white war thing?
Hell yeah. I knew all of it was coming. I knew it because if you're in 2015, Spirit guided me to totally leave society. I lived in a park for a year, and I did nothing but study spiritual laws of attraction, laws of vibration, and I witnessed miracle after day, Amy, day after day. So now I'm totally rooted in that, and I understand that this society, the way it is, it needs to end. We're in the age of Aquarius right now. The vibration on the planet is rising. We're birthing a new world. What we're going through right now is labor pains. We're in the labor pains. You feel me? It hurts. It looks crazy. It feels horrible at times. But in the end, it's going to be a better world for us and our children,
Absolutely. Totally. Okay. So what else is coming this year?
Oh, man.
Because we're going through these weddings.
Have you heard about Nasara?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I feel that, again, this is all a trap. You understand? It's all a trap. They're gonna
it's all been staged.
They're gonna take care of all of our debt. They're gonna give us a lot of money. They're gonna unleash suppressed technology that's gonna cure every disease. You can live the life of Riley, but you're gonna have to sell your soul. You're gonna have to give control over to these people. You know what I'm saying? And
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's coming.
All right. We are on the same page. I knew we would be. Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's also all of this whole thing with George and all that was staged. All of the stuff with the disease was staged. It's all set up, leading us down this funnel by fear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the key because, like I said, the vibration on the planet is rising. And in order for us to catch it, we have to be in that vibration of love and harmony and unity.
I'm getting chills everywhere.
So their ploy their game is to keep us on a negative vibration. So
Yeah.
2020 hit. Let me tell you a great story about 2020, by the way, real quick. So my son is 14 years old, right? I've always told him about, there will be a time in the future where we're going to all wake up to the truth about what's going on, right? So when he's 9 years old, we're watching one of his favorite cartoons, Teen Titans Go, okay? There's a scene where Robin walks into an eye doctor, and on top of the building, it says, it's a pyramid with an eye in it, the all-seeing eye, and it says 2020 as the address. So my son looks at me, 9 years old. He says, Dad, I think 2020 is the year when everybody's going to wake up.
I just got chills everywhere.
My son, the prophet. Again, that's the universe talking to you through synchronicity. Okay. So what's happening right now is that the vibration is rising, and they want to keep us on this low vibration. 2020 hit. It started with World War III. Oh my God, here comes World War III. Okay. Then comes the coronavirus, then the murder hornets, the UFOs. It's just, they're going to keep going one thing after another to keep us on the negative vibration. But this is their mistake, that they think that they're following their plan, but actually, this is all the universe's plan. This is all God's plan. You can't outwit the universe. You feel me? The more that they do these things, the more it's going to bring us together.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
It's what I was seeing as you were talking about, that was like a bunch of sheep and these herding dogs rushing in. They don't really bark, but they come running in, and the sheep go, oh, and they go this way, and then the dog comes in and comes running from this direction, oh, and they're steered where, but like, I wish we had like a platform where all of us who are being herded, all talk on one platform.
Wow, that's funny.
Same page.
I was just thinking about that earlier, because I've been I've been loading up videos on Instagram, and I've been having so many issues, Amy.
Me too.
Right? Because I feel like we need our own platform off of Facebook, off of Instagram.
Everything.
Where we can just, bring all of the light workers together as one. Because this energy that we have is the key. That's the catalyst to make to making everything change, to the shift,
Yes. I'm so stoked right now.
I love you.
Yeah, it's like are you helping shift people out of like zooming in on whatever the issue is of the moment? How are you doing? How are you how are you bringing people out of all their feelings and fears and anger and all that stuff, and helping them see the big picture and rise above it? Because there's a lot of denial out there, and there's a lot of like people getting triggered about particular issues that are staying stuck in it. Some people are stuck walking around wearing masks and stuff when the whole thing was really ridiculous in the first place. And it's everywhere because of that, because they're still trying to control us that way, and they're still reminding us to be afraid, and they're still trying to, they have their agenda of what they're trying to accomplish.
Exactly.
To that, but so like, how are you helping people rise above the actual issues of the moment? Because we will have many to come as well, and we can't get stuck on any particular issue as we go along. Changes are being made. Justice looks like it was served with George. Yeah, did you read that?
I did read that. I mean,
in the sense that, the cops have been persecuted, everybody involved in that situation. And that is going to definitely, since it's so public, a lot of cops are going to be questioning, will I get away with that anymore? And the cops that are planting bricks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, we are infiltrated, you guys. Like, we're in the Truman Show, and we got people pulling from all angles and all ways. We have to be super, super wise and discerning, and how to keep our heads and keep integrity through this whole walk. because we got
Exactly.
to go through, I'm sure. It's
Exactly.
like all the hidden stuff has come to the surface. And
Yeah.
like you were kind of implying, like let them bury themselves and show
Yeah.
what they're really about and their true colors. Because we got, we're catching them at every corner. We're catching all the with the disease and everything. We're catching the cops doing this really ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
Using those bricks. Thank God.
Yeah,
They're smart,
Exactly.
So
People are waking up. I feel like, me and you and everyone who's been on this journey for a while, on this journey, you go through your dark night of the soul that leads you to your awakening. You feel me?
Yes.
We've been through that early in our journey, and we'll go through many ones along the way on the journey also. But the people who aren't on our vibration, on our wave yet, this is their collective dark night of the soul. You understand? So they have to go. People who are feeling these things, people who are triggered by this truths are coming out, they need to feel this stuff. So I tell everyone, if you need to cry, you cry. If you want to be angry, be angry. You have to feel all these things. All these emotions lead you to the truth, lead you to your awakening. You feel me? So I always tell people to feel your shit, for lack of a better word, and the people who don't get it, they're just not going to get it. You can't. People with eyes to see and ears to hear will get it. Those that don't, we can't focus our energy on that. That's their journey. They're going to get it when they get it. This lifetime or the next.
Yeah. I love that.
And, hey, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's their choice. This whole game is about free will and choice,
Yeah. And it's all part of the play.
All part of the play, the movie.
Some people are playing the bench. Some people are playing the tree. Some people.
Exactly. Everyone has their role.
Right.
One big giant movie with one actor playing the role of everyone. God playing the role of everyone. The universe playing the role of everyone,
Yes. Okay. So we have to participate in some of these things, though, to go along the lines like Emelia Love. She's like,
I love her.
Yeah, we did a round table a few weeks ago. It was awesome. I don't know if you saw it, but
I didn't see it, no.
Yeah, well, she talks about how we're on this train track going this way, and it's not necessarily comfortable or the train that we really want to get on, but we got a ticket to get on this other train and go this way. And we may not like that T person, but if we get on that track for a minute, it's a hell of a lot better than the other evil track that's really, there's really like if we want to live, we really have to jump on that track. So we got to ride that train for a while, and then we got the Nasara train coming. We might jump on the Nasara train for a bit, but it's like ultimately we're going to get on that track that's like 5D New Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
Might just have to navigate onto these different trains, and it's like a lesser evil than another evil, but it's like it's all convoluted. It's all everybody's got their agenda as to what to achieve at the end of this. But if our focus on where we are taking this ourselves by staying in that love vibration, like you were saying, staying in the moment, staying present, not I don't know, like what would be your instruction to people who are watching for like how to navigate from train to train to train and not getting caught up in whatever the drama is, whatever the fires that they're creating around us to distract us? How do we keep focused and centered on getting to that new earth happening? It's already happening around us. I believe it's like already here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how do we keep in that though and stay united in that through all the distractions going on?
So to add to what you were saying just now, in the universal mind, there's only now. There's no yesterday, there's no tomorrow, there's only now. So the new earth is here right now. Okay? And attention. Anything we give our attention to, we're giving energy to. We're creating more of. Okay. Now it's good to be aware of all, the whole cabal thing, the George Soros. I get it, but don't inundate yourself with that. Inundate yourself with the new earth, with what you want to see the new earth. Talk about these things. What we talk about is creative. You know, the law, you understand that. So focusing on that, which is what they want us to do, creates more of that. This is the time for us, the light workers especially, to dig deep into our studies. Keep our minds on the truth. Spend a copious amount of time in nature. Please go on your nature walks. Meditate in nature. This is the time to turn away from the old and focus our energy on the new.
Yay. And like I was talking, and exactly along those lines, a friend and I talked, and we hadn't talked for like probably a couple months. And we both would like to be involved in some pretty amazing projects coming up. And so we were like, so where are you with this? Where are you with that? And what are you thinking in terms of this? And we talked for like probably over an hour, so excited about all that we want to do with this world, all we'd like to see happen, all that we want to create, what we're doing to get out and enjoy and be in nature and all of this. And we were like so high by the end of that conversation. It was like anything is possible. Like we are shaping this new earth, having this conversation. That's the type of conversations we should be having right now.
Exactly. As much as possible. As much as possible.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. What you put your attention on, you're creating more of.
Exactly. And these people know that. The people who run this whole world, they understand the power of the mind. They understand these spiritual laws. They understand how reality works. You know, this stuff is kept from us, you know. You read these the book that really got me on to this whole spirituality. It was a book that was a catalyst for everything. Was The Secret by Rhonda Byrne.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I read that book, it just resonated so much. And after a while, I asked myself, why is this a secret? Why doesn't everyone know about this? Why is it not taught in schools? You know?
Yeah.
But these beings, these Masonic lodges and all these Illuminati people, they know this law. And they manipulate us by using it against us. Okay?
Yes.
They know whatever we give our energy to, whatever we give our energy to, we're creating more of. So they make sure that we're focused on what they want us to focus on. You know, we have to take our energy back, our attention back.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
And
okay,
focus our energy on what we want to create, not what they want us to create. You know?
Yes. This is so great. So Abraham Hicks talked one time about the Holocaust. Yeah. And she said, if we wouldn't have cut and pick and put all of our attention on the injustices that were going on. And by the way, all of it done, if you guys have ever studied that time period, all of it was done under the guise of it's for your safety. It's for your good. So you guys know that you're being manipulated and lied to on I was going to say social media, but yeah, social media too, but mainstream media. That's one of the things that I'm hoping changes is that we start getting honest reporting because they got dummies in hospital beds. They will stage something and make it happen so that they can videotape it so that they can make it look bigger than it is. They've got an actresses actually paid to go out and do some of these things. It's seriously a play that's being put on, and if you're buying into it, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. But about, like she was saying, like the Holocaust could have been averted if everyone just would have done what we're talking about doing right now. Bringing your attention back in, that the power of the intention and the power of attention is incredible. And so that's our power. And what's also our power is the evil has to reveal itself. They use symbols. They have to say what they're doing, and if you hear all these reporters, if you watch like Fall of the Cabal and stuff like that, all these reporters repeating the same words. Those are the message they're trying to get into your head, right? We got to start thinking smart. Why are they trying to get us to do that? Why do they do that so bad? And why get us to actually do things that are really bad for us, that we've many years actually are effective and really work very well. Why are they trying to get us to actually do something that's very harmful? And they're acting like that's our only choice and that we need to do it. We actually, we need viruses. We need diseases. It actually helps us evolve as human beings. We don't want to get we want them. I want to be strong.
I don't denounce that COVID is not a real virus. But
right.
But I believe that our bodies are able to heal from it, like a flu or cold. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The people who have been dying, they've been dying from the treatment of the disease, of the virus, not the actual virus.
Yes. And did you hear that? There's a panel of almost 200 doctors. You guys got to watch that if you haven't watched it yet. A panel of 200 doctors explore all of this, who've been in their fields from all these different countries, all different religions, like all these different people all came together, 200 expert doctors that have been doing this forever. And they're like, everybody has gone crazy. Not good to wear these masks. It is not good to do that. They've taken vitamin C away from us. They've told us that the thing with the V is actually a good thing, and it's not at all. In fact, it's like gonna kill us.
Exactly.
Or if it's at the very least, it has not been tested at all. The whole thing is just absolutely crazy. And all these doctors, these 200 doctors, vote just about unanimously on all of it. And it's just like it's like, let's just use our common sense here. And like they're saying that like 90% of the numbers were fabricated. These are doctors who are actually on the front lines watching it all. And they know that like 90% of the people who've been reported to have it didn't have it at all. Or like you said, they died of or died of other things. Or even far more, they're saying like far more people die of the flu each year than die of that. So it's like the fact that they've blown it so far out of proportion, they got people wearing masks everywhere and just being crazy about it, is just the power of these people's influence. So then we can apply that same thing on this other black and white subject, and the same thing to the next subject that comes along, and the same thing to the next subject that comes along. We start getting wise and we start saying, who's pulling the damn strings? Pulling the strings, and how do we put the kibosh on that at all? I mean, if we're gonna go after anything, then we need to somehow come up with solutions to stop that. Or like if we should feel inspired to, and if we should have the opportunity to, then it would be great to pull the plug at its source, for one. But if for two, though, the most powerful thing you can possibly do is be in the moment, put your focus on what you're, even like while I'm watching the news and while I'm watching all that stuff that we watch, and I'm like going, wow, look at the circus. We've paid for it with our tax dollars for this. Reminds me of what was that called? The Game or something? Do you remember that? There was a movie back when, it's reminding me of that. I think it was like not Kurt Douglas. God, I don't remember what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it not Kurt Douglas? It was this guy from Basic Instinct. What's his name?
Yeah.
Him.
I don't remember his name, but yes, we paid for it. In advance, and guess what? We're here for the show. When we're buckled in, you guys may well enjoy the show that you created.
Exactly. This is it. This is a beautiful time. This year is going to go down in history as the greatest year ever, because it's gonna lead to us seeing the truth. And the truth is that we've been living under a dictatorship in disguise of a democracy.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Period.
Well, what I was gonna say is, even while I'm watching the news and I'm watching the stuff that I'm watching Amy watching that.
Exactly. You're disconnected.
Yes. I'm in the observer mode, always trying to like just stay anchored in that aliveness energy and stay anchored in who that is. Can you help maybe our audience understand from a different perspective in your own words what that means to be the observer of your life, and how that detachment or that being present works? How do you become present?
Okay, for me, being
and
present.
What is that about?
What led me to being present in my reality, in my life, was meditation. Meditation helped me. So when you meditate, people will say, you know, you're not thinking about anything. I don't believe that's true. When I meditate, I think, you know, but as you
What?
meditate, huh?
You what?
When I meditate, I am thinking. I feel like our brains are always working. So
you're thinking. You're thinking. Okay.
Yes. But
Okay.
it's focused thinking. Okay. So when you meditate, you're able to instead of getting caught up emotionally in your thoughts, you're able to watch them like a cloud passing by and ask yourself, why am I thinking about that? And then you can move it to the side and it passes. You know, it gives you a space in between your thoughts. Okay. So as you practice the act of meditation, in reality, you also, instead of getting mad at a situation, you can witness the anger. You're not wrapped up in the anger. You can witness the anger and choose to interact with that situation or choose to not, you know, instead of being reactive, you're being creative with your emotions and your reality. You know what I'm saying? So just being present just means observing without the emotionality, without getting caught up emotionally inside a situation, you know?
Well, most people don't even know what you're talking about with that, because they're like, how could you not feel the emotion of it? How could he? And it's like, I think just being the observer of the emotion.
Exactly.
Like that just gives it so much space so that you can think more clearly and make better decisions.
Exactly.
Because I've cried, I've gotten so upset and everything. And I'm just, wow, look at her crying. I'm just, there's a part of me out here looking.
Exactly.
Wow, look at her get all emotional about that. Look at her get all scared and worked up and anxious, and you know, and just that little act of pulling back and observing me doing that all of a sudden drops me into peace. And I'm like, oh, because that's really who we are, is that energy. We're not this person.
The physical, exactly. This is a car. This is a beautiful car that we're riding in, you know, and you are the driver. The observer is the driver, you know. We've been again these like, if you look at ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics, you'll see an image of a person with a circle over their head. The ancient Egyptians understood that they were the circle. They weren't the body. You understand? They were the energy within the body. You know? But we've been taught and programmed in our reality to think that we're this. This is the ultimate of who we are. But we're way more. We're light beings. We're pure consciousness. We're energy. You know? And that energy, that powerful energy, its basic vibration is unconditional love. I did a video recently called The Return. Like, this whole awakening, I feel, is the return of the Christ consciousness of the planet. All right. And I said, if you ever wanted to see what a Christed individual looks like, you look at a baby. Okay. A baby is pure, unconditional love. And they see everything with unity consciousness. There are no labels. There's only oneness. There's only love, 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 love. God, 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 God. You know, there's no, you feel me? There's no this, there's no that. It's all one.
Yeah.
You know? Now, these babies, they're downloaded straight from source into these new vehicles. So they don't know how to work in the real world yet. But their consciousness is still that of unity, of love, until we program them out of that within this reality now. And this whole awakening is about going back to baby consciousness, is what I call it. Going back to that unity and seeing God and seeing love in everything and everyone that you meet and come in contact with. You know, that's what this is all about.
So how do we love the enemy though? That's a tough one. Like how do we love these people who are piling up the bricks, these corrupt people? Not all cops are doing that, by the way, but
I know.
how do you love past these people who are lying about all these different things? And
that
and those
level
that
of love,
those that
that
have
level
paid
for
for
me,
all of it to happen.
I
Those
know.
cushy homes with years worth of food all stocked up because they knew this was coming and paid trillion or billions of dollars to pay all these people. Like how do you forgive that? Like they're all cushy
That
home, they're laughing watching the show. Like
that that level of love comes with understanding. I don't expect everyone to have that level of understanding right now. But for us, the light workers, we understand the universal plan. We understand that all of this is God in action. Even the George Soroses, even the Hillary Clintons, even the cabal. That's all God in action. There is nothing that is not God in action. The game that we're playing is the awakening. It's a movie. It's a game. And in order to awaken, we have to have something to awaken up from. You understand?
yes.
There can be no dark without light. So this is
Yes.
just a coming into what's happening is in the physical is, oh, I'll put it this way. In this game of awakening, in this spiritual world that we live in, we're living in two worlds: a world of energy and a world of physical reality. Okay, the energetic aspect is the most important aspect, right? So energetically, right now, the planet is rising. As it rises, it's cycling through all of the darkness, the dark and negative energy, right? Now, in the physical, that looks like what we're going through right now, with all this corruption and all this greed and all these cabalists and these, the family. Oh, by the way, there's a documentary series on Netflix called The Family. Came out in 2019. If you saw Out of Shadows, then you have to watch this documentary because
Okay.
there are two factions, not just the cabal that's behind the scenes, behind the curtain. There's the family also.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
All right. Chance. It's very important that you watch this. But what's happening in the physical is that energy being transmuted. So we need it as much as I hate, like it sounds crazy. We needed the George Soroses. We needed the Hillary Clintons. We needed the cabal in order to transmute to that next level that we're going to. It's part of the game,
That's awesome. I want to share something real quick too, because I'm all about those synchronicities you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was talking to me from Germany. Like it's so cool seeing signs from like everywhere. She looked over while she was having a conversation with me. She goes, "I just saw a hot air balloon, and I think that's for you." And then she gave it to me, and then I could do with it what I want. I could look it up. I could just be like, "Oh, nice hot air balloon," whatever that means. But I looked it up. I Googled it, and there are many different symbolisms for the hot air balloon and whatnot. But I particularly happened to click on this link, and here's what it says, and I'm reading it because I feel like it applies to many of you watching right now, and what you just said. It is now time to focus only on the positive, as this will empower you to go further in what you're pursuing in the present, regardless of any opinion, whether from within or about yourself. This is your journey to take. It's up to you how you're going to take on the lessons. Hot air balloons are symbolic that you have finally reached the end or completion of something in your life, mind, body, and spirit. This ending will be a very happy one. The end is over, and that's in a very positive light. You're soaring like only you can.
I love it.
Yeah. So
I love it.
And I channel a being that's like an ambassador of like a council of 60. Her name is Soul. And I found out later it's actually my higher self. And when all this started to happen, there were two things that she said that she just keeps repeating. She's like, why do I even, it's this simple, right? I said, what's up with this? This was when the disease came out. I'm using code words because I don't want to have the video erased or whatever, so censorship. It's getting better though, because I think YouTube got on alert because of what happened to Twitter and whatnot, and I think YouTube's probably next. But naughty. Naughty, brainwash people. So, what was I going to say? That's so funny. I totally lost it. It was about the hot air balloon. Oh yeah, what Celeste had said. The first thing she said when I said, what's going on with this disease? I was just driving down the road going, what the hell's happening right now? There's no toilet paper anywhere. What's happening? And here's what she said. Rumors. I was like, rumors? What is that? And she tells me very little sometimes so that I'll ruminate over it. And it's been months now. And that rumors thing has been like, all of this is all rumors. And then the second thing she said when I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so big, and I said, this is like the end of our world as we've known it, which is the title of that one video that really is quite, revealing. But end of the world as we know it, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is the end. Like, it would be the same again, blah, blah, blah. And she said, honey, no, this is the beginning. This is an exciting time. This is the beginning, not the end. And and then it seemed to even get worse after that. After she said that, it was like, it really went down and things got really ugly. And then this whole new thing came and I was like, oh my gosh, like, how can she say that it's the beginning? This is obviously the end. But in the end is the beginning, like the death card in the tarot. It's transformation. It's total it's a baptism. We're going through a baptism too.
Exactly. Like I said, this is labor pains. This is we're giving birth to a new way of being, a new earth, a new society. We need to. It looks dark, it looks crazy, but as the cloud passes, we're gonna wake up and the sun is gonna shine upon us like it never has before. But we gotta get through this little dark patch. You know what I'm saying?
Set our focus, set our attention, set our intention for this new earth and the kingdom of God within us. For that being in the moment, in that stillness and radiating out I call it a peace bomb. When you're that centered in the moment, when you're that, and you like, I don't think people realize this because most people haven't been through enlightenment or haven't had the experience of knowing that oneness with God. But like, I just know, like, if you just one person being in that space really powerfully, like forgetting all time and space and anything else going on, if they are completely like thoughtless or they're just so present that they could care less about anything that comes into their zone, then you are it's like, there's like a dynamic, there's like this thing that comes up within you and takes you over. And it's like God has taken you over and you're now God's puppet. It's using you in every way. And you're just like living by pure instinct, not even by thought anymore. And it just radiates out through.
Exactly.
I don't know how far it reaches, but it's far more way far more powerful than anybody in any kind of negativity. And it really transforms everyone's heart everywhere around you. And it transforms, it just radiates out and affects everything in a really positive way. So if we can
infection.
That skill,
it's very infectious. That vibration of faith, that vibration of love, like all these protests, like you have all these people out here screaming and hate. I hate you to the police. I hate. It would be so much more transformative if they screaming, I love you. I fucking love you. You understand? That vibration will transform society if we can get to that point. Because only hate begets hate. We know this. If you give out hate, it's going to come back. Whatever you give that focus to, that energy to, it's going to create more. So, we have to, and the anger that's being thrown out right now, again, it's all part of the plan, the higher plan. And eventually, it'll die down, and we'll get to a point where we can get to love. But people have judgments on what's happening right now, and I understand it, but it needs to happen right now. It's not gonna be like this forever. It's just something that we have to cycle through internally. That's all it is.
Yeah. So, do you feel anything or sense anything as to what we're coming into with this new Earth energy and maybe this new reorganization? I always talk about like a chaos theory, how things bubble up and bubble up and bubble up, and then they pour out and they spill out into like a new organization, a new thing starting to unfold that takes all of that into consideration, and then all of a sudden there's a newness to everything. So, any kind of visions or anything as to what's to come? Or
yeah, I do. I mean, through synchronicity, I do have a timeline. I think
really
this is going to be it's going to be a 3-year process.
A 3 what?
A 3-year process.
Okay.
2023 is the year that we really hit that peak where we make that shift. So this is going to be a 3-year process, this whole ride that we're on right now. That's going to lead to that spark, that catalyst that takes us over, you know what I'm saying, the hump, so to speak.
Yeah, what's that going to look like, do you think?
This is the beginning of the dark night of the soul, that part of that journey. So it's going to look dark, right, for a little while. And then after Trump is reelected, because he's not going anywhere, they're gonna release the whole Disara thing, okay? And then that's gonna they're gonna relieve all the debts. They're gonna release all this suppressed technology that's gonna cure every disease. And I just found out about this information about maybe 2 or 3 days ago, and I went outside, Amy, and I cried like a baby, because I understand that a lot of people are going to fall for this hook, line, and sinker. No more debt, no more mortgages paid for, new health care where they're going to cure every fucking disease. Like, the only thing is you're going to have to give up your freedom. You're going to have to give up pretty much your soul, and a lot of people are going to line up to make that happen, because we're so programmed to follow and chase money. Money through this society has become our God. You feel me? Like, people worship it to the point where I always think back to that movie, They Live. Have you seen They Live by John Carpenter?
Not that I remember.
You have to.
So I probably haven't seen it.
It's with Roddy Piper, the rapper. It came out in like '98. It didn't do good in the theaters, but it became a cult classic. But in this movie, he gets a pair of shades, right? And when he puts on the shades, he's able to see all the programming and propaganda. Like, he'll put on the shades, he'll see a poster of a car, right? He'll put on the shades and he'll see the word obey. He'll look at his money.
Wow.
He looks at his money and it says, "This is your God" on it.
Wow.
Like, yeah, check it out. They Live. It's a movie, but it's actually a documentary on what we're living in right now. So
wow.
Yeah,
they have to tell us. They have to
exactly.
They have to put it out there. I mean,
exactly.
It's part of like the free will rule of the universe is that the evil, whatever the evil is doing, they got to put it out there. What better way than to put it in a movie, a scary movie, right?
Exactly.
So it's probably going to involve, this whole Nasara thing's probably going to involve those little things that they put in you.
the chips and all that. Yeah.
And they can completely wipe out your account like that with that.
Yeah.
They could actually, they could make you die like just by snapping a finger too.
Like that. I heard about this thing called a light chamber also. I've been doing research. They have these chambers that actually regrow severed limbs. Like if you have a amputated limb, yeah.
I believe it.
I'm telling you, like
a lizard.
is gonna look like paradise. Maybe either next year or the year after, it's gonna look like, oh wow, it's a new world, yay! But it's another level of deception and the trap. Like Emelia says, I think eventually we're gonna split off and start a different type of society. You know what I'm saying? That's based on truth and love and understanding and unity.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to do that. I want to go with that.
Right now. Right now.
I'm gonna be all about that. Now, for those watching too, I'm gonna get with him after this video, and we're gonna like make a list of some videos that we could share for you down below if you want to check into. I mean, they're calling that they're calling the whole Nasara thing the mark of the beast, because it's like you're selling your soul to the devil, and that's an extreme way to put it. But we don't realize what we're doing. Don't give your power away to other people and tell you what's never.
If it regards you giving away your power, your sovereignty, then it's not the way to go. If it tells you taking your power back, then that's the way that we have to go.
Mm-hmm.
This whole like with Trump, and this is where me and Amy, I'm sorry, me and Emelia, we type up.
No, Emelia is the other one. I'm Amy.
No. This is where me and
Emelia. Okay.
Yes, this is where me and her disagree a little bit. I love her, but I feel that like Trump. And if you watch that documentary, The Family, it'll go into more. But Trump is just another part of the oppression and the deceit. Like anything that has to do with that White House or this government and this system, the way it's set up, is not the way to go. Like with Trump is on a higher level, he's necessary. He's the trumpet that's helping us see what's going on. He's shaking us up to wake up. But on a 3D level, he's still part of the same old cycle of shit that we don't want to get involved. So I can't get on the Trump train right now. I can't ride that train. I'm on the God train, universal train.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, we're in it though, whether we like it or not.
Exactly. Like we're in it. Like
yeah. So, but
it needs to be right
there are benefits to it. There are good things happening from it, but I just it's just so important that everyone just realize the power that they do have within themselves to change they want by keeping their attention on that.
Yes.
And staying no matter what the distraction or what's going on, like really listen to their intuition, even when it comes time to jump on whatever train it is, even if it's like Nasara starts rolling out, then listen to your instincts then too. Even if it looks, the devil is not going to come to you looking like the devil. The devil is going to look,
no, he's not,
in a really pretty dress.
Yes.
So take a good look at what's before you and don't just say, oh, it'll give me all this money. Oh, it'll give me all this, And just no matter what is coming ahead, it is absolutely so important that you stay present in the moment and that you listen to your intuition and your instincts always.
Yes.
I think that's probably the most important thing going forward. And even if others don't do that with you or don't do that too, it can help influence them. I'm sure you've seen that in your own circle. Like you've probably even been pulled off track a little bit, or like these other people might be totally off track trying to get you to come over to them. And you're just like holding your power. And that is what love transforms. Fear is temporary energy. You can keep tapping back into fear over and over, but it's like love is transformative, and it's more of a energy that can rise up in you and take over completely. Well, fear can too, I guess, but it's
Yeah.
just love is such a powerful transformer if we can just hold steady to it, no matter who else in our environment is buying into it or not, or what
Exactly.
was off track. How do
The
you,
most powerful force in the universe.
have you been pulled off track at all? And when you do, how do you get back on?
In the beginning of my journey, I was very, even now, like when everything started with the whole George Floyd thing, I felt anger. I
Oh
got
yeah.
pulled in momentarily, but like I said, I'm able to say, oh wait, hold up, I'm feeling a certain way. The best way to guide, or to navigate through um through being present is to, you can always know what you're thinking about by what you're feeling about in the moment. So if I'm angry, I'm like, okay, what am I thinking about? Why am I feeling this anger? Where is it coming from? Asking those questions will get you back into your center.
Yes. Yes.
But so that's what works for me. And like I have family members who are totally not on this wave. They're not into this whole awakening. They don't know these things, and they look at me like I'm bad times. But that's okay. I don't let that deter me because I am rooted in my truth. This is the time. I tell everyone, if you're Buddhist, if you're Muslim, if you're Christian, I don't care. Get rooted in your faith. Faith in something that's bigger than you, but also a part of you, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. And if you don't have something to keep you strong, to give you that hope, then you're going to be, you're going to be torn this way and that way, and it's going to look like the worst thing happening in your world right now. It's going to be, everything's going to look tragic to you if you don't have a little bit of faith, a little bit of hope, and something else other than the mainstream media and the government,
Yeah. Yeah. So I suggest everybody who's watching, if you haven't yet, definitely follow him on Instagram. Can you spell that out again?
It is IM underscore I hold on. Rewind. I am underscore that I am 7 on Instagram.
Yeah, and we'll put the link below so you could easily click on it. And I'm Amy Satori, so just look up Amy Satori on Instagram, all one word, Satori. But yeah, this is a way that you can stay inspired. Listening to people who are anchoring in their own light energy in this world, no matter what's going on, can help you stay centered. Just know your truth, even if, I was talking about, I did that messages from spirit. I was talking about like kind of keeping your center even on a horse. Horses get spooked really easily.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to stay relaxed and seated and grounded on that horse. Keep your balance no matter what. That's the only way you're going to stay on top of that horse. Otherwise, you're getting thrown off.
Exactly.
You're rigid or particular or like all tight, you're going to be out of there. The minute that horse jumps, you're going to be off that horse and you're going to break your back or hurt yourself. So it's
exactly
to stay flexible and to stay open and feed yourself that light. Feed yourself, listen to positive people, listen to people who are keeping their heads about things, and don't worry about somebody judging you or, saying, I had talked something about the disease the other day on a public post for my city. And somebody was like, oh, you're so selfish. And I was like, okay, well, we can name call. We can name call. That's all right. You can call me selfish or whatever. But people are just, for the most part, if they're judging you or calling you whatever they're calling you, they're just projecting on you their own stuff.
Exactly.
And that's how they're feeling about themselves. They know they're being selfish in what they're doing. So let them name call you, as long as you know that you're not that. or even like admit that you are if you are. Whatever that is, you know, either you could admit the truth and just say, yeah, I am that way, or at least do it for the sake of demolishing your own ego and say, yeah, I could be that way. That's possible. Or
exactly.
You could also do that, or you could just say, whatever you're judging, I have compassion for you because that's really you're talking about. I'm just a mirror, you know?
Exactly.
And they don't need to know that. It's none of your business that they know that or not.
As long as you know.
Yeah, the truth needs no defending. The truth
needs no
defending.
Exactly. There's an old saying that I always love to use. If you argue with a fool, you can't tell who is who.
Right. Exactly.
Also, I just want to say another thing that keeps me grounded and keeps my vibration very high is knowing how this ends. In the end, we win. In the end, the light triumphs. I liken it to going to a movie, right? Imagine you're going to a movie and you walk in on the end of the movie, right? In the end, the hero wins, the good guys win, right? But you want to wait and see the whole movie again, right? So you're watching the whole movie and you see the hero go through trials and tribulations, but you're not caught up emotionally because you know how it ends.
Yes.
In the end, we win. So
I'm getting chills. I got chills everywhere. And it's so true.
Everyone watching this, rejoice right now. Dance, sing. Yes.
I wake up sometimes and I'm like, I'm so excited. And I'm like, about what? I don't know. But I'm so excited because I want to be. Yeah.
Exactly.
And the day before, I was like, what the hell's happening?
The roller coaster happens. It happens.
So you got to, like, that's the other thing. You got to validate yourself. I talked to somebody yesterday who was like, I don't want to be bad. I don't want to do this bad thing, whatever you want to put, just generally speaking, whatever you want to put the bad thing. I don't want to such and such. And I was like, if you such and such, that's okay too. The whole thing is to be validating of whatever it is you feel, whatever it is you say, and you can be upset and you can say bad things and talk bad things about people. You can do all of it. But and see yourself going through the roller coaster ride and keep bringing yourself back to being the observer. Keep detaching from it. Keep coming back to your peace and love yourself enough to say it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine, and it's all divinely guided.
Yes, I feel like us who are in this spiritual community, we tend to to think that everything has to be love and light, and that if we feel bad and we're not doing the right thing, we're off track. No, we're here in these physical bodies to feel emotions, energy and motion. That's the point of this whole thing, the whole gambit, not just love and light. We're here to feel anger. We're here to feel fear also. We're here to feel all these things, but feeling them should always be expressed, and it should return you back to your center, which is love, unconditional love,
Yeah. And nothing's going wrong. You're just sitting in a movie, watching this incredible movie, riding the waves of it. Knowing the end.
Knowing the end.
And aren't you still going through it? Even if you know how it ends, because maybe a friend blew it for you, you're going to win at the end, but still you're like, oh.
A little gig. Oh, shit. I know. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Oh. Well, awesome. I'm trying to think of anything to add, and I think we got it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Amy. I love you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I love you.
I love you.
Awesome.
I love you for everything you're doing. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep spreading your light. You're needed. Everyone watching this, you're needed. You're powerful. You know what I'm saying? Understand your power. This whole awakening is about understanding our power within, you know? So those watching this, you're powerful. You're a leader in this new world that we're birthing right now. In this new world, there's no one leader. We're all leaders. You feel me? We are all here to create this new earth. Yay.
Right. Yay. I'm so glad we were drawn together. And, you know, we first got on this call and I was like, it's great to finally meet you like in person. And he left. Yeah. He's like, again.
again, yes. We've done
this lots of times before in prior.
Exactly. This is my last time. I'm not coming to this planet ever again. I'm done. After this, nah. I am over Earth. When I leave the body, I'm not coming back here ever again.
I know. I don't know what I'm thinking when we signed up for this, man.
Man, listen. Game over.
But that's how, you know, that's the warrior heart that we have, and that's how loving we really are. Is we exactly. knew this was going to go down, and we were like, I want to help.
Yeah.
I want to help.
Exactly.
You know, there are other beings watching this. You know, for extraterrestrials are watching this, going, damn, I want to be there. I want to be in the game, like, because they know we're winning, right?
Exactly.
So they're like, I want to be down there doing that. That must be so exciting. It's like, it's not really exciting from this perspective right now.
Exactly.
But, you know, looking back in hindsight, or like, you guys are good up in your spaceships. You guys should probably just.
Yeah. They're chilling, eating popcorn, watching this whole movie.
I can't tell you like how many times I've gone through something hard and my spirit guides are like cracking their butts up. And I'm just, this is so not funny. Not to me. This is so not funny. And they just keep laughing and laughing. I'm like, yeah, you guys are like all safe. And they're just like, dude, it's just an illusion. You human physical form, like you guys take it so seriously, but it's all just an illusion. You know, you're all okay. You just need to remember who you are, you know?
Exactly. It's all true. God. That's my slogan. It's all God. It's all God. All of it.
Yes.
The up, the down, the left, the right. It's all God.
Absolutely. And humor is so important too.
Humor is very important.
Laugh at human behavior. Laugh at all. I like watching like Awakening with JP. He's got this like Friday night comedy routine. So anything you can do like that would be helpful too if you're stressed out about it. What would you say to people who are like in denial though? I mean, some people are like, I'm just holding the light and that's all I'm doing, you know, and that's good. That's good. But it's like some people won't even look at the issues that are going on and that type of stuff. What would you suggest for those guys? I don't even want to look at any of it, who are just like, I'm not even looking.
I have no words for them at all. They're gonna get it when they get it. I'm focused on lifting those who do see.
Yeah.
People on the wave who think that they're crazy for seeing what they see. No, you know what you know. You feel me? Don't worry about what anybody else says. You know what you know. Stay rooted in your truth. You're okay.
Yeah. Yay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have yourself a beautiful day. All of you who are watching, thank you so much for being a part of this and watching with us. If we should feel so inclined, we could do another talk sometime, but you know, we'll see.
Of course.
We're definitely not the end of us, that's for sure.
No, not at all.
Just the beginning.
Yes.
And there are going to be, you know, who knows, maybe somebody is creating that platform for everyone to get on in the whole planet. I mean, I'm going to be praying about that. I'm going to be putting that intention out there that platform come together and for all of us to just, unite.
We are one.
Yeah. Yes, we are. All right. Have a beautiful day, and
Take
we'll
care,
talk
Amy.
later.
I love you.
Love
Love
you.
you guys.
Bye.
Hey, if you like my videos, please share, subscribe, and set your bell notifications on so you'll know the moment they come out. Also, don't forget that you can go to my website and order a personal reading at amysatori.com/services. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.